The Titanic was called Unsinkable, yet on one icy night, over 1,500 people faced death. But in that chaos, strangers became heroes. Mothers sacrificed themselves for children, and acts of courage and compassion shone brighter than the ship's grandest halls. This is the untold story of human bravery and empathy on the Titanic. At the dawn of the 20th century, the world marveled at industrial innovation. The White Star Line, seeking to dominate the ocean liner industry, commissioned 3 luxury liners: the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic. Titanic was intended to be the crown jewel, a symbol of progress and human ingenuity. Constructed by Harland and Wolff in Belfast, Northern Ireland, Titanic measured 882 feet in length, 92 feet in width, and weighed over 46,000 tons. The ship could carry more than 2,400 passengers and crew. Its design combined technological innovation with comfort: watertight compartments, state-of-the-art radio equipment, grand dining halls, a swimming pool, Turkish baths, and a majestic grand staircase. Beyond these marvels, Titanic represents the human desire to achieve greatness, to create something that inspires awe. The ship was a symbol of hope, prosperity, and human ambition, both noble and hubristic. Thousands of workers labored on her construction. Many immigrants who hoped this symbol of human progress would bring them closer to better lives. On April 10th, 1912, Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, bound for New York City, with stops at Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown Cove, Ireland. On board were some of the wealthiest people in the world, alongside immigrants seeking a new life. Here the Titanic was not just a ship, it was a microcosm of humanity, a floating city of dreams, aspirations, and social contrasts. Passengers formed fleeting friendships and shared moments of joy. Children laughed in the grand lounges, musicians played cheerful tunes, and families gathered for opulent dinners. In these moments, the Titanic became a testament to the human capacity for connection, joy, and shared experience, transcending class and nationality, even if societal structures later influenced survival. On the night of April 14, 1912, Titanic sailed through the icy North Atlantic. Despite receiving multiple iceberg warnings, she maintained a high speed of 22 knots, reflecting confidence in human engineering. Shortly before midnight, lookouts Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee spotted an iceberg directly in the ship's path. Despite evasive maneuvers, the iceberg struck the starboard side, puncturing multiple compartments below the waterline. The disaster tested human courage and moral decision-making. Crew members and passengers faced life-and-death choices. Captain Edward J. Smith and his officers had to coordinate lifeboats under extreme pressure, often sacrificing their own safety to save others. Many passengers helped strangers reach lifeboats, demonstrating compassion in moments of fear. One of the most tragic aspects was the insufficient lifeboats, only 20, enough for half the people on board. Yet amid chaos, acts of heroism and kindness emerged. Women and children were given priority, often helped by strangers. Some passengers calmed others, singing hymns or offering reassuring words as the icy waters approached. Crew members, fully aware of the danger, continued assisting passengers. Despite knowing that they might not survive themselves, stories of bravery abound. John Jacob Astor Ivy, one of the wealthiest men on board, helped his young pregnant wife into a lifeboat, ultimately sacrificing his life.
Captain Smith
And senior crew stayed on the ship to maintain order, embodying a selfless sense of duty. Even among the third-class passengers, acts of solidarity and courage were recorded, with many guiding others through dark, maze-like corridors. The Titanic's sinking also highlights human fallibility and the limits of ambition. Overconfidence, belief in unsinkability led to underestimating risk. Communication failures, iceberg warnings were partially ignored. Social hierarchies, first-class passengers had easier access to lifeboats, reflecting societal inequality. These errors, juxtaposed with moments of extraordinary compassion and bravery, remind us that human values are tested during crisis. Courage, empathy, and moral choices often emerge most vividly in the face of disaster. After Titanic's sinking, RMS Carpathia arrived 4 hours later to rescue survivors. About 705 people were saved from lifeboats, while over 1,500 perished. The survivor's ordeal illustrates human resilience surviving extreme cold, hunger, and grief. Many spent years grappling with trauma, yet some turned their experience into advocacy for maritime safety, reflecting a commitment to protect others, even after personal tragedy. Even today, the Titanic continues to fascinate researchers and the public. Beyond engineering or luxury, it serves as a moral and ethical mirror. Why did some survive and others not? The choices of individuals offering lifeboat spots, helping strangers, or selfishly securing one's own safety reflect deep human ethical dilemmas. The wreck's discovery in 1985 reminds us of impermanence and the fragile balance between human ambition and nature. Legacy of human values, stories of sacrifice, courage, and empathy continue to inspire films, literature, and historical study. The Titanic disaster prompted profound changes, not only in maritime law, but in human awareness, respect for nature. The North Atlantic proved that human ambition cannot conquer natural forces. Preparedness and responsibility. Adequate safety measures save lives. Overconfidence can cost them. Empathy transcends social class. The noblest acts were often those of ordinary passengers helping strangers. Resilience and hope. Survivors and historians alike demonstrate that humanity persists even in tragedy. The disaster reminds society that technology is not a substitute for morality, preparedness, or compassion. Over a century later, Titanic continues to be studied, not only for its engineering, but for its lessons in human nature. The wreck at the ocean floor is slowly decaying. Yet the stories of those who faced the disaster remain preserved in museums, exhibitions, and literature. Titanic is a reminder that human values, courage, empathy, resilience, and moral responsibility outlast steel and stone. The tragedy prompts reflection on ambition, humility, and the ethical choices we make in life. It asks us, in times of crisis, how will we respond? Will we prioritize self-interest or extend compassion and courage to others? The Titanic's sinking is more than a maritime disaster. It is a story of humanity in its highest and lowest forms. It teaches us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, human values, courage, empathy, altruism, and resilience can shine through. The unsinkable ship met a tragic fate, yet the human spirit survives in stories of heroism, sacrifice, and compassion. The Titanic remains a timeless symbol, a testament to human ambition, a warning of hubris, and a celebration of the moral choices that define us. In the icy waters of the North Atlantic, the ship may have been lost, but the enduring legacy of human values it revealed continues to inspire generations around the world.